Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Here's Yoga Volume 2. Today I am just doing a series of easy stretches and flows so that way I can recuperate from a hard leg day that I did the other day. So mainly what I'm doing today is just a lot of hip openers, basic stretches like forward folds, downward dogs, leading into upward dogs so that way I can just stretch out my back as well as my legs. So up dog is really good for stretching out the front part of your abdomen as well as across the front of your shoulders. It does take a lot of arm strength because you are not on the ground at all. You're on your toes and basically going down into a push up before you push the front of your torso back up. And then it's an easy flow back down into down dog, which then is a really good stretch for the back of your legs, like your hamstrings, as well as your calves. Child's pose is a really good stretch whenever you want to stretch out your lower back or the sides of your abs. Depending on where your hand placement is, will depend on what you're stretching. It can be a very active stretch depending on how far out your arms are, as well as if you're putting your hands on top of each other. But it's a really good stretch to go back into at any time throughout your practice. So here I move from a down dog into a crescent lunge. This is really good for your quads as well as your hip flexors. It's a great stretch, and when you start going to the ground and twisting your back, it also is a really, really good back stretch as well. I'm moving into the frog pose, which is again really good for your hips, which is a lot of what I was focusing on, as well as your back. It's hard to do when you're tight like I am today, but it is a really nice feeling pose once you're able to sit into it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just asking if I'm doing it right.
A half cobra is what I'm doing now. It's almost like an upward dog, except the front part of your body is on the ground and you are just lifting up your torso. This is a good front body stretch. It also is really good for your back muscles as well.
How many minutes am I at? How many minutes?
Here I'm doing CatCow. It's where you use your breath to stretch up or stretch down. So you're moving your spine in different directions, which also stretches out your back. I also like going into bird dog because it takes a lot of trunk stability. So you do have to use your abs to keep yourself centered. And it's a really good also workout because you have to keep your leg up. So you're using a lot of muscles along with the balancing. Pigeon is another really good stretch. It stretches out your entire leg, also your hips. It stretches out your quads on your back leg. It is just a full lower body stretch. Here I'm doing a bridge. It's really good for your butt and your hamstrings as well as your quads. You can alternate doing single leg, which is really hard, but also if you grip your hands together underneath, it then becomes a shoulder stretch as well while you're holding yourself up. And then you can move into happy baby. This is a really good stretch for your hips. It's hard for me to hold for a long time, but it is really good. You can also rock back and forth, which will then kind of massage your lower back as well. This is the exact opposite of the bird dog stretch. It still is working your ab muscles, so it's still really good for stability. And this is a really easy workout essentially to do if you are having one of your lazy days and don't really feel like moving. It's really easy to do and still targets your muscles. And finally, a spinal twist. These are always really nice to end with. You are just laying down, relaxing, and pulling your leg over to the side, and so it stretches out your lower back as well as the side of your thighs. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel, and feel free to watch any of our other videos. If you have any suggestions, please place them in the comments. Have a good day.